Speaking of preservation, I just want to. Do you watch UFC right now? Are
Oh
you?
yeah.
You're totally into it. Okay, so Tony Ferguson, right? Like, is he kind of pushing the limits now, man? He's got a fight coming up. He looked rough. He's been losing a lot. I mean, he looks like a zombie out there, straight up. Like he just, everyone's concerned every time you see a Ferguson post, like he's fighting again. Like, what are
Yeah.
your thoughts on him? Should he continue fighting, in your opinion?
I mean, man, he can only make that decision for himself and how he
For
feels,
sure.
and I know how he feels, and you don't want to give that up. You love it, you truly do. You feel alive in there. When you're out, you don't feel alive, and I get all that. If I was his brother or his father, I would have a strong conversation and say, Tony, man, your brain, you can't take much more of this. I'd hate to see what's going to happen to you, if you keep this going. And I would strongly urge him to stop. He's got a fight coming up. Who's it against?
Who is
Uh,
it? I gotta pull it up here. It's against. I'll look it up. I can't remember the guy's name.
yeah,
I can't pronounce it.
Patty
Pimlet.
Pimblett,
Pimlet.
Patty Pimblett, yeah, and it's a great opportunity because Patty has a lot of things going for him. He's got the hype behind him and everything. Yeah, Patty.
Yeah.
Matt Favola, my guy Matt Favola was looking for a fight with Patty for like months and months and months, and he just kept saying no. And then he ends up taking Tony Ferguson because Tony Ferguson is a big name, and he's kind of, you know, towards the end of his career. So I get it. It makes sense for Patty to fight him because he's got a good shot. But man, I would urge him, dude, please. Like if I was his friend or if his wife, I'm sure was saying the same thing. Like you just got to stop, man, because this stuff's going to be irreversible. Like it's bad. So yeah, I feel for him, but I understand him too at the same time. Like he still feels like he has some left. And if you watch some of his fights, yeah, he was getting hit hard, but you also saw a
Yeah.
trickle of what he used to be, and it's still there. So, who are we to tell him? But maybe Dana White or somebody like that should be like, look, man, start pushing him out the other way.
Also,